Yes, I welcome everybody for this lesson. I want to introduce what you call biology, and my name is Mokisa Emmanuel, Twin Saint Anne Vocational Secondary School. To give an introduction to biology, and we are going to understand what biology is. Biology is a word that is derived from two Greek words, bios and then logos. Bios means life and logos means knowledge. In fact, biology is like the acquisition or gaining knowledge about life. Therefore, we define and say that biology is a branch of science which deals with the study of life or living things. In science, when you talk about living things, we are talking about organisms. So we shall look at different branches of biology, and some of them are here. We have what we call botany. Botany is basically the study of plants, maize, cassava plants, different trees, all belong to what we call botany. Provided a plant makes its own food and it's green, it's under botany. Zoology, we study about animals. For example, we humans are animals, cattle are animals, goats. There are very many examples of animals, so the study of that is called zoology. Anatomy, we look at the different structures of these organisms, and the study of that is called anatomy. Then we have nutrition. Nutrition, we look at the study of food and how these organisms gain the food from which they pick their energy from. We have another branch called ecology. As usual, we are living in an environment that has got different organisms. So the way living organisms interact with other organisms, the way living organisms, the way you interact with the environment. For example, plants give you oxygen, for you give them carbon dioxide. They take up your wastes, you pick food from them. Such interaction is ecology. Mycology, we look at the study of fungi. When you talk about fungi, we are talking about organisms like mushrooms, yeast that grows on the bread. We talk about the rhizopas and so many others. We have another branch called virology. In virology, we look at viruses. Then we have another branch called bacteriology. Just as the word is bacteriology, we just look at the bacteria. And remember that bacteria has got its specific kingdom that we call kingdom monera. Those are the prokaryotic cells. Entomology, we study about insects. Examples of insects are houseflies, we have the cockroaches, we have the grasshoppers, the locusts. All those are various examples of insects that we study under entomology. We have what we call microbiology as a branch of biology. Microbiology, we look at those microorganisms. Micro means small. In fact, these organisms cannot be seen, with our naked eyes. We aid our eyes with microscopes. So the study of those microorganisms like bacteria, some fungi, even viruses, they are also a bit micro. We have another branch called physiology. In physiology, we study different processes and the functioning of the body parts. For example, we can decide and look at how does the kidney make urine. There we are looking at physiology. We can look at how does the liver regulate the amount of sugars in the body. That's also another branch that we are looking at called physiology, at different processes. We shall continue with more of the branches of biology, and another one is called coordination. In coordination, we look at the way organisms respond to the stimuli. When you talk about a stimuli, if we take an instance that you pick a plant and put it in darkness, you will see it growing, bending towards where light is, meaning that organisms respond towards a certain substance. For example, in that case, sunlight will be the stimulus. Just take an instance, you are moving at night and somebody comes and chases you. You may run or you may stand and fight. What you do is a response, and that change in the environment is what we call a stimulus. We have another branch of biology called locomotion. The word loco means place, and motion is movement. So in this case, an organism moves from place to place. That study is called locomotion. Then we have another branch called movement. Movement and locomotion look to be confusing, but in movement, just part of the organism displaces itself. Displacing itself means that it just changes the position. For example, you may be standing and your hand keeps on swinging, meaning that your hand, the forearm, is undergoing movement. But locomotion, you, the whole organism, move from place to a place. For example, from here to school. Another branch is called parasitology. From primary, we have been looking at different parasites like mosquitoes, we have bacteria, even some fungi are parasites. Even we have parasitic plants, those plants that are feeding on insects, and even some others feed on others when they do not have any benefit that they put on them. That's called parasitology. We have what we call embryology. In embryology, we look at different stages of the development of the embryo, and hope we understand what we call an embryo that is formed after fertilization has taken place. Another branch is called biochemistry. In biochemistry, we study about the chemicals of life. People wonder, what are chemicals of life? Chemicals of life are those substances that make up the body of living organisms. For example, the proteins, the carbohydrates, the lipids, and vitamins plus water, have mineral salts. All those are chemicals that are making up life. So when we begin studying about them, the branch is called biochemistry. Another branch is called reproduction. To reproduce is to multiply. At first, you may have only one rat, but at the end, you may have very many rats just from that one rat, if there is a male one and female one. Reproduction, we have an organism undergoing multiplication to produce younger ones, but they should be of the same species. Cytology, the word cyto means cell, and log is logos, is the study. So here we study about cells, and cells are the basic functioning units of an organism. In fact, we shall look at cytology into context. Respiration. As we move, eat, run, do what, we need energy. And this energy is got from the cells in the form of ATP in a process called respiration. The food that we eat is broken by the enzymes and we get energy. The study of how food is broken down to release energy is called respiration. We have another branch called growth. In growth, an organism increases, and this is always permanent. But how does it occur? It occurs by division of cells, meaning that the number of cells increase. So growth is the increase in the number of cells of an organism. We have another branch called excretion. Whatever we do, cells are carrying out metabolic activities to produce for you energy, and this always occur with release of some waste products. Now, these waste products, when they are left in the body to accumulate, they may harm the body. So to avoid that, the body removes them out. For example, carbon dioxide is taken out, urea is taken out through urine. There are very many in different organisms, and the study of that is called excretion. Another branch is called evolution. In evolution, we look at how organisms change with the time, from the way when they are simple to when they are complex. Or you can define it and say that evolution is the gradual change of an organism from a pre-existing one. There are very many other branches of biology, like genetics, where we look at inheritance; ornithology, where we look at birds; we have ecology, where we look at different fishes. So that has been just a beginning. The lesson is by teacher Emmar, and I thank you for watching. Next video, we shall be explaining what we call cytology in context. Please like, share, and subscribe.